The Course, the Course is never saying you shouldn't do something. It says you can't. That's what it says about judgment. It doesn't say you shouldn't judge. It says you really just don't have the basis for it. Now, what that means is when it uses that term of judgment, it's talking about condemnation towards yourselves or towards another. This is simply testing out how you feel. So this is very different than these ideas of condemnation. As it says, you can never really condemn anybody because you don't know their past, their future, you don't know anything about them. So that's why you need to step back and let him lead the way. That's why you need to have his mind in your mind as you go through all of these experiences. Judge how well you've done it by your feelings. And this is one, look at this, right use of judgment. So the Course talks about this. So don't get confused about that. It talks about when we are condemning others through our judgment, making fun of them, bullying them, doing all that stuff. Yeah, that's clearly guided by the ego. But when we are, or even towards ourselves, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I should know better, blah, 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 blah. I can't even run away from home, all the things that we could think about. Judgment, like any other defense, and defenses do what they would defend against. But if you are offering this to the Holy Spirit, he can show you the truth here. That's what this is talking about. And you'll see this comments like this a lot of times in the text, a lot in the text. That's why we need to do both. We need the workbook, we need the text. Judgment, like any other defense, can be used to attack or protect, to hurt or to heal. Those are important things. The ego, which is this mistaken thought of your unworthiness, of your guilt, of your despair, of suspicion about each other, it says that should be brought to judgment and found wanting there, not worthy of your attention any longer. And when you withdraw your allegiance, when you withdraw your protection and your love to that ego thought, then the ego cannot exist. It only exists because of your attention on it. It only exists because you give it the strength. It only exists because you feed it. Because then you will allow it, not for you to judge it, but it to be judged. Truly. And you must then withdraw allegiance, protection, and love from it. You withdraw it because there's no sense in it anymore. Not because you've been told you should. Not because, a good course student would do that. No, it's because it doesn't feed you anymore. It doesn't feed you anymore. That's the power of it.